Life is a journey filled with lessons, challenges, and opportunities. Before you turn 30, the rules you choose to follow often decide whether you'll spend the next decades of your life in growth and fulfillment or in regret and wasted years. The truth is, most people do not fail in life because they lack talent or intelligence. They fail because they ignore the timeless principles that create a strong foundation. Imagine saving 10 or even 20 years of trial and error simply by living according to proven rules that wise men and women before you have already discovered. These are not small tips. They are powerful truths that shape destiny. If you embrace them before 30, you will step into the next chapter of your life, stronger, wiser, and more prepared than most people ever will. The first rule you must know before 30 is to master your time. Time is the most valuable resource you will ever have. Money can be lost and regained. Opportunities may disappear, but often reappear. But time, once gone, can never return. Many people in their 20s waste years scrolling endlessly on social media, chasing meaningless distractions, or waiting for the right moment to begin. If you spend your 20s procrastinating, you will look back one day and realize a decade is gone and nothing meaningful was built. To avoid this regret, treat time as sacred. Wake up each day with intention. Plan your schedule. Cut out habits that drain your focus. Every wasted hour compounds into wasted years. Every hour used wisely becomes a stepping stone toward mastery. Those who respect their time before 30 are the ones who build lives others envy. The second rule is to protect your health early. Many young people believe they are invincible. They push their bodies through sleepless nights, unhealthy diets, excessive drinking, or destructive habits. They assume their health will recover because they are young. But the truth is, every decision you make about your body in your 20s shapes your 30s and beyond. If you treat your body poorly, you will carry the consequences for decades. If you respect your health now, by exercising, eating clean, sleeping well, and managing stress, you will gift yourself energy, vitality, and resilience. Success without health is failure in disguise. Protect your health before 30, because repairing it later costs much more than preserving it now. The third rule is to choose your friends carefully. The people you surround yourself with shape your destiny more than you realize. If your closest circle is lazy, negative, or toxic, you will absorb their energy, habits, and attitudes. On the other hand, if your friends are ambitious, supportive, and growth-oriented, you will naturally rise to their level. There's a saying, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." Before 30, you must understand that not everyone deserves a seat at your table. And here comes a powerful truth tied to your thumbnail message. Never say these things to your friends. Never say yes when you mean no, just to please them. Never share your deepest dreams with those who mock them. Never belittle yourself to make others comfortable. True friends uplift you, false ones drain you. Protect your circle, because the wrong friendships can cost you years of wasted time, but the right ones can accelerate your growth faster than anything else. The fourth rule is to learn the art of saying no. Many people in their 20s waste precious years because they cannot refuse invitations, obligations, or requests. They fear disappointing others, so they say yes to everything. And in doing so, they say no to themselves. Remember, every yes costs time, energy, and focus. If you do not learn to say no to meaningless parties, toxic commitments, or distractions, your life will fill with noise and emptiness. Saying no is not selfish, it is self-respect. Every no to the wrong thing is a yes to your future. Master this skill before 30, and you will save yourself from a lifetime of regret. The fifth rule is to embrace discipline. In your 20s, motivation feels like fuel, but motivation is temporary. It fades. Discipline, however, is permanent. Discipline is doing what is necessary, even when you don't feel like it. Without discipline, you may have dreams, ambition, and talent, but you will never execute consistently. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not intelligence, but discipline. If you master this rule before 30, you will accomplish more in a few years than others do in a lifetime. Discipline is freedom disguised as effort. The earlier you embrace it, the freer your future becomes. The sixth rule is to invest in learning. Formal education may end in school or college, but real education never ends. Sadly, many people stop learning after graduation. They rely on outdated knowledge and wonder why their lives stagnate. But the world is changing faster than ever. Technology, opportunities, and industries evolve constantly. If you dedicate yourself to lifelong learning, reading books, listening to mentors, studying skills, you will always stay ahead. Knowledge compounds like interest. The earlier you invest in learning, the greater your growth multiplies. Make it a rule before 30 to read, explore, and never stop asking questions. Those who learn continuously thrive, while those who stop learning fall behind. The seventh rule is to master communication. Your words can build bridges or burn them. The ability to communicate clearly, persuasively, and respectfully is one of the most powerful skills you can develop before 30. Poor communication destroys relationships, careers, and reputations. Strong communication opens doors to opportunities, networks, and influence. Never underestimate the power of words. Choose them wisely, especially with friends and loved ones. Remember the thumbnail lesson again. Never say things that damage trust, belittle others, or kill dreams. Learn to listen deeply, speak with clarity, and express yourself with confidence. Communication is not just about words, it is about connecting. The eighth rule is to take responsibility for your life. Many people waste their 20s blaming their parents, their circumstances, or society. They complain about the economy, unfairness, or luck. But blaming others steals your power. Responsibility gives it back. The moment you accept that your life is your responsibility, your choices, your habits, your results, you reclaim control. Waiting for others to fix your problems will cost you decades. Taking responsibility will save you decades. Before 30, stop making excuses and start making changes. Responsibility is the gateway to maturity, and maturity is the foundation of success. The ninth rule is to avoid comparison. In the age of social media, it is easy to believe everyone else is ahead of you. You see friends getting married, buying houses, or traveling the world, and you feel like you are behind. But comparison is a thief. It steals joy, focus, and self-worth. Everyone's journey is different. Some succeed early, others later. Some shine in one field, others in another. The only comparison that matters is between who you were yesterday and who you are today. If you master this mindset before 30, you will save years of misery. Focus on progress, not comparison. The 10th rule is to develop financial wisdom. Money is not the ultimate goal of life, but it is an essential tool. Too many people in their 20s waste money on showing off, buying things they don't need, or living beyond their means. This creates debt and stress that may take decades to recover from. But if you learn to manage money early, saving, investing, budgeting, you create freedom for your future. Financial discipline gives you choices, independence, and peace of mind. Before 30, learn this rule, and you will avoid years of unnecessary struggle. The 11th rule is to embrace failure as a teacher. Many young people fear failure so much that they never try. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every failure contains lessons that no book can teach. If you avoid failure, you avoid growth. Instead of running from mistakes, learn from them. Every setback is a stepping stone. Every mistake a mentor. If you can adopt this perspective before 30, you will move faster and stronger than those who quit at the first obstacle. Failure wastes years only if you refuse to learn. Otherwise, it saves years by teaching you quickly what works and what doesn't. The 12th rule is to cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It is about shifting your focus from what is missing to what is present. Many people waste their 20s chasing happiness, thinking it lies in the future. I'll be happy when I get that job, that house, that partner. But happiness does not live in the future. It lives in the present. Gratitude brings peace, joy, and resilience. It protects you from envy, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. If you practice gratitude daily before 30, you will live a richer life than those who spend decades chasing illusions. The 13th rule is to build patience. We live in a world of instant gratification. People expect fast success, quick results, and immediate rewards. But life does not work that way. Mastery takes time. Relationships take time. Success takes time. Impatience leads people to quit right before the breakthrough comes. Patience allows you to endure, persist, and eventually win. If you cultivate patience before 30, you will save yourself years of restarting, quitting, and regretting. Patience is not weakness. It is strength under control. Finally, the 14th rule is to respect solitude. Many fear being alone, so they fill their lives with noise, distractions, and shallow company. But solitude is where clarity is born. Time alone helps you reflect, recharge, and connect with your inner voice. Without solitude, you will spend years confused, searching externally for answers that lie within. Great Chali start Kartehain. Main Apkalai Chapter 1, 2250 words. Lake Rahun on the topic. Life rules you must know before the age of 30. With thumbnail hook naturally linked to never say these things to your friends. Chapter 1, building the foundation. Before 30. With Solitude, you align your actions with your purpose. Respect it. Before 30, learn to enjoy your own company, and you will carry wisdom that many never find. The 15th rule is to embrace change instead of resisting it. Life is never static. The world around you, your relationships, your career, even your own desires, they all change with time. Yet many people cling to what is familiar, even when it no longer serves them. They stay in jobs they hate, relationships that suffocate them, or routines that drain them, simply because they fear change. But resisting change costs you decades. Growth comes only when you adapt, when you evolve, and when you accept that nothing lasts forever. The sooner you embrace change, the smoother your journey becomes. Before 30, learn this rule, and you will not waste years fighting the natural flow of life. The 16th rule is to forgive quickly and deeply. Carrying anger, grudges, or resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. Many people waste years of their lives replaying past hurts, holding on to bitterness that only destroys their own peace. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing someone's behavior. It means freeing yourself from the prison of anger. You do not forgive because they deserve it. You forgive because you deserve peace. Before 30, make forgiveness a habit. Otherwise, decades of your life will be poisoned by wounds that could have healed long ago. The 17th rule is to practice humility. Arrogance blinds you to growth, isolates you from others, and closes doors. Humility, on the other hand, makes you teachable. It attracts wisdom, earns respect, and strengthens relationships. Many waste their youth pretending to know everything, only to realize later that pride kept them from learning what they needed most. Humility does not make you smaller. It makes you wiser. If you can master humility before 30, you will save decades of unnecessary conflict and missed opportunities. The 18th rule is to choose courage over fear. Fear is one of the greatest thieves of potential. It keeps people locked in comfort zones for years, sometimes entire lifetimes. Fear stops you from starting the business, speaking the truth, following your passion, or taking the risk that could change everything. But here's the truth. Fear wastes more lives than failure ever could. Courage does not mean you are fearless. It means you act despite fear. Every act of courage builds momentum. Every bold choice saves you from years of regret. If you can choose courage before 30, you will live a life most people only dream of. The 19th rule is to develop financial wisdom. Money is not life itself, but it is a tool that determines how freely you live it. Many in their 20s fall into the trap of overspending, chasing appearances, or drowning in debt. They work for money without learning how to make money work for them. Financial mistakes in your 20s can cost decades of stress. But if you learn to save, invest, and budget early, you gain freedom, independence, and peace of mind. Before 30, make financial literacy a priority. A disciplined financial foundation is a gift to your future self. The 20th rule is to value experiences over possessions. Objects lose their shine, but experiences enrich your soul forever. Many people waste their lives chasing things, cars, clothes, gadgets, only to discover that they never truly lived. Experiences, however, create memories that last, shape your character, and expand your perspective. Traveling, building memories with loved ones, learning new skills, these are the things that add richness to life. Before 30, shift your focus from accumulating to experiencing. You will save yourself from the emptiness of materialism. The 21st rule is to focus on solutions, not problems. Life will always bring challenges, but too many waste their energy complaining, blaming, or obsessing over the obstacles instead of working toward answers. Problems are inevitable, but wasting time on them is optional. The difference between those who progress quickly and those who stay stuck is simple. Some dwell on problems, others focus on solutions. Before 30, train your mind to shift quickly from "why me" to "what can I do about it?" Solutions create progress. Complaints create stagnation. The 22nd rule is to nurture meaningful relationships. Success without connection is empty. Many chase careers, money, or fame while neglecting the people who matter most: family, friends, loved ones. They wake up later in life with achievements but no one to share them with. Relationships are not just a part of life, they are life itself. Build trust, loyalty, and love. Prioritize quality over quantity. Remember, at the end of your life, you will not remember the things you bought, but the moments you shared. Before 30, learn to cherish relationships, and you will save yourself from decades of loneliness. The 23rd rule is to simplify your life. Complexity wastes years. People overload themselves with commitments, clutter, and distractions, and then wonder why they feel overwhelmed. Simplicity brings clarity. It allows you to focus on what truly matters. Declutter your environment, cut unnecessary obligations, and reduce the noise. Simplicity does not mean having less. It means having space for more of what matters. Before 30, master this, and you will live with clarity while others drown in chaos. The 24th rule is to create more than you consume. Consumption entertains you, but creation fulfills you. Most people spend decades consuming, scrolling, watching, buying, without ever building anything of their own. But those who create, whether it's art, business, writing, or ideas, leave a legacy. They feel a sense of purpose that consumption alone can never give. Before 30, make creation your habit. Build, produce, and contribute. The earlier you start creating, the sooner your life becomes meaningful. The 25th rule is to live with an awareness of mortality. Most people live as if they are immortal, postponing dreams, delaying love, and ignoring gratitude. But life is fragile and temporary. Remembering that time is limited gives urgency and meaning to your days. It pushes you to stop wasting years on trivial things and focus on what truly matters. Awareness of mortality is not morbid, it is motivating. It saves you from wasting life as though it were infinite. Before 30, remind yourself often, life is short, so live wisely. The 26th rule is to find purpose in serving others. Selfish ambition may bring success, but service brings fulfillment. When you live only for yourself, life feels shallow. When you contribute to others, life becomes meaningful. Service does not always mean grand gestures. It can be as simple as helping, teaching, or uplifting someone. Before 30, learn this truth. Real joy is not in taking, but in giving. Service enriches not just those you help, but also your own soul. The 27th rule is to protect your mental health. Just as your body needs care, your mind needs protection. Stress, anxiety, and negativity can steal years of your life if ignored. Too many people mask mental struggles with distractions or addictions instead of facing them. Before 30, learn to manage your mental health through rest, reflection, therapy, or spiritual practices. Protect your mind and you protect your life. The 28th rule is to stay adaptable. The future is uncertain. Industries collapse. Technology evolves. Opportunities shift. Those who cling to old ways get left behind. Those who adapt thrive. Flexibility saves you from decades of being stuck in outdated patterns. Before 30, train yourself to adjust, pivot, and evolve. Adaptability is survival, and survival is the foundation of success. The 29th rule is to choose wisdom over knowledge. Knowledge fills the mind. Wisdom transforms the soul. Knowledge is knowing what to do. Wisdom is knowing when and how to do it. Many people collect information but never apply it. They know but do not live. Wisdom is applied truth. Before 30, seek not just to know but to understand and apply. Wisdom saves you from repeating the mistakes that mere knowledge cannot prevent. And finally, the 30th rule is to live intentionally every single day. Drifting through life is the greatest mistake you can make. Many waste their 20s waiting for the right time to begin living, only to wake up decades later filled with regret. But life does not wait. Intentional living means waking up each day with clarity, knowing what matters, where you are going, and why you are here. Before 30, build this habit. Do not live by accident. Live on purpose. Because when you live intentionally, every day counts. And when every day counts, life itself becomes meaningful.